food, sex, and death.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Food, Sex, and Death. I am your co-host, Kolin Bohanon, alongside Lefty Lucy, Mike Polino, and the Pooch. Say hello, everybody.
Aloha
Good morning, scumbags.
to my friends in Hawaii.
Well, also, you could have just said goodbye. Now they don't know if we're fucking starting or ending. Real shitty, Lefty. Real fucking
Be
shitty.
so
To be
judgy
fair, we're all
before I
dead on the
moved
inside,
here.
so it's okay.
Yeah.
That's not true. I'm so alive.
You got a
That makes
boyfriend
one
there
of us.
getting fucking laid regularly, so now you're excited about life. He got into a car accident, and then he got the courage to say, I love you.
That's nice.
Fuck you, dude.
Fuck you guys. You guys
Yeah,
are just
dude.
mad because
Yeah.
you just fuck people in bathrooms or bars, and you don't have a nice story like
Or
that.
in
That's all.
cars.
Or in cars.
Or in minivans.
Bars
next
and
to a
cars.
fucking
Well, actually, it's not just minivans, is it,
No,
Colin?
you know what?
Sometimes
Fun-
it's a full-size sedan, okay?
But here's the thing about stories. I got a real good one about this. So I was doing a show at this bar, right? And I'm, flirting with the bartender all night. At the end of the show, she's like, yo, I just got cut. You want to go out tonight? And I was like, yep, let's do that shit. So we go out, we have a couple drinks, and she's like,
Hey, I have no more self-respect left.
Yeah.
Let's do this thing.
no, that's what I said in my head. But she's like, yeah, so we're drinking, we're having fun. She's like, I need to find some uppers. And I was like, Jesus Christ, are you serious? Okay, give me 11 minutes. I got this shit.
Ladies and gentlemen, Colin Bohanon.
She said uppers. It was like not specific. She was like,
Only Patrick says uppers.
It was
In fairness, it was 1972.
so I'm like, yeah, cool, whatever. I could find uppers.
So you came back with some meth.
No. Also,
Typical Colin.
anyway, so we do some blow and we do some drinking, and we're making out, and then it's like 6 o'clock in the morning. She's like, we need to get out of here and fuck. And I was like, word.
Cool, you got a
let's
van?
do that shit.
Before 8 a.m., we got to get it done.
Yeah, exactly. So we
Because I turn into ash in the sunlight.
that I think is true. Like, actually true. So we get to her car, right? I'm like, cool, let's go to my place. And she's like, awesome. We're driving, and the sun's
No, but the
coming up,
car
and
seat
she's
was.
like, yo, I can't do this. I'm supposed to be home by sunup because my
Sun's gonna be up.
baby
Baby
daddy.
daddy
is watching my kid. So what do you think about pulling over and just fucking in the car? And I was just like, yeah, that's cool. I'm cool with that shit, right? So put the seat down, and then she just hopped over. You know what I mean? So
Did you guys listen to like U2 or something romantic?
I honestly, I imagine there was music on, but honestly, I couldn't even tell you. And also, here's the thing about Marvin
Cardi-
Gaye.
yes.
Marvin Gaye said his biggest influence, U2. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah, my bad.
I always knew that I didn't like that song for a reason.
All right, so whatever. We finish. She drives me home.
Well,
I'm
you
like,
finished.
word. So we get back to my house, and I'm like, hey, we should run this back inside my apartment. And she's like, I can't. I got to get home to the kid, right? Cool. I go inside. I go to sleep. At about 1 o'clock, I start getting lit the fuck up.
Oh, really?
By other performers on the show, other bartenders that work at the bar we did the show at, and all these people, they're like, where the fuck, we saw you leave with her? Where the fuck is she? And I was like, wait, yo, do you guys think I murdered her? What the fuck is going on? Like, yo, we left.
I've been watching a lot of Criminal Minds. You
Yeah,
fit none of the
dude.
unsub profiles, okay?
Like, and so all of a sudden, I was like, I don't know. Yeah, like the first call, I was like, oh, I don't know. She dropped me off, and she bounced. And then, like, by the fifth call, I was just like, do I need an attorney? Right? Like, then
Yada, yada,
no
yada.
one can get in touch with her, and she doesn't show up for work. And then, like 4 days later, she calls me and
Shows
is
up at
like,
your doorstep.
"Hey, sorry, I never got back to you," because I was like, "Hey, would you call your motherfucking work or anyone you know and tell them that you are alive, you
didn't kill you."
motherfucker?" Yeah, dude, seriously, like.
I literally just hear Hodge from Criminal Minds describing you right now, Colin. It's fantastic. I just hear Mandy Potemkin describing you right now. Or Unsub is. He's a sweaty man. Sweaty single man. Likes to fucking a man.
So in any event, she's like, "Oh yeah, after that night,
I reassess some things.
yeah, seriously." She was like, "I realized I
I
need
get
to
that a
make
lot.
some changes in my life and this and that." And I was like, "Am I your rock bottom? Like, like I am your rock bottom."
You were.
She was like, I'm moving to Atlanta, and I'm gonna get sober, and I just need a different life. And I was just like, I felt better when people thought I murdered you. Like, Jesus Christ, right? Like, holy shit. So then she's like, "But like, also, like, you want to see a movie this week?" I'm like, "Fucking no, dude. Absolutely not. I totally do not want to see a movie with
Why
you."
not? You should have said yes.
So then, like,
There's a screening of Silence of the Lambs. You want to go see it?
yeah. So then I'm like, "All right, well, hey, glad you're alive. Can you let other people know? Like, because fucking, you know what? I've been arrested before, and despite what I thought my entire life, turns out just because you have 4 fingers, you can't slip out of handcuffs." So, like, so we
just
hang
in
up,
practice
and
now.
I call everyone that called me. I was like, she's alive, she's cool. They're like, "Oh yeah, we spoke to her 3 days ago." I was like, "Cool." No one let me know. I thought I was going to jail. Then I felt like really like shitty about like myself and about the whole situation, because I was like, dude, like I was legitimately her rock bottom where she needed to make changes in her life.
It's your first time being
And,
somebody's
like,
rock bottom
no, hold
because it's
on,
kind of
hold
where I
on.
live.
And then I had a couple of shots and was
felt
like,
better.
"Yo, fuck you. We went out, got drunk, did some blow, and fucked in your car. That is a Tuesday in New Orleans, motherfucker. Like, if you need to move to Atlanta, that shit is not on me."
Wow.
And I feel like that's the appropriate
Okay.
response.
Thugging it out. Thugging it out. Yeah, that's all right. Dude, what does your fucking liver even look like and feel like
If
right now?
you were gonna, like, say, leave your bicycle out and chain it up in front of your house through an entire northern winter, and then try to ride the bike the first sunny day in fucking April, that rusty chain that like is
You've
real
ever ridden
bad.
a bike is the best part of this.
I used to be 11. I didn't walk out of my mom's fucking puss like
You didn't
fucking Will
slide out
Ferrell
of
in
your
that
mama's puss,
fucking
all right?
in that one of the best sketches ever, where he walks out, he's a full-grown man when he's born. He's like, "Oh, it was hot in there."
Like, so I've got a friend from back in Chicago.
"Quote unquote" a friend.
Okay.
No, like a bar friend. You know, like somebody you know, and we're like Facebook friends, right? And so she posted
Someone
a thing
really
on
close.
Facebook. No, like somebody I know, like we're cool. Fuck you, Pooch. Like,
I'm
those
sorry.
goddamn
Trying
stories.
to add validity.
Who is it? I definitely know her.
One of his.
Don't worry
best-
about it. I'm
best-
not trying to.
best
I'm not trying to
friends.
like.
We're gonna call her Jane.
So Jane posted a thing on Facebook that's like, couldn't sleep, so I Facebook stalked this guy I used to be in love with, and man, you got fat. You look like a fat baby, and also check that hairline, right? And also, this woman in particular is always posting. She's like she's like a curvier broad, right? Like, and always posting all this like body positivity shit, which is like good on you. It's great. Everyone should like how they look, and that's good. And everyone's beautiful as somebody. Yada yada. What the fuck ever, right? And so I replied like, "Hey, totally hear where you're coming from. I've definitely looked up exes and been like cool.
I
Glad you're
remember
gross now."
this. I remember this. I know who this
Right.
is.
Shut the fuck up, Colin.
I'm not even kidding. I'm not
I'm
kidding.
like,
This shit blew up. Anyway, continue.
yeah. So I'm like, hey, like, totally hear where you're coming from. I've definitely like looked up exes and like compared and been like, hey, glad you got gross now in my head. However, if I posted a thing that was like, couldn't sleep, looked up this girl I used to be in love with, and whoa, look at that cellulite. Also, check that muffin top. I would be destroyed by everyone I know. You know what I mean?
But there have actually been issues of People magazine where they'll take a photograph of a famous woman and they'll zoom in on part of her thigh and like talk about her cellulite. I've never seen that with George Clooney. I've never seen that with John Goodman.
Have you-
I've never seen that
You've
with
not
Bill
seen, like,
Murray.
Leonardo DiCaprio at the beach with his fucking like chubby
Nope.
belly.
You're actually thinking.
Sure, they'll do a chubby belly thing, but it's very different than zooming in on a corner of a.
It's getting nuts. Where like I mean, it's not getting too nuts because I feel like there's certain words that shouldn't be around or whatever the fuck. But
Listen
like,
to you, soggy tit
I had a
sack.
dude. I called somebody a cocksucker, and this dude got in my face about
It's
it,
such a fun word to say.
and he was like, "That's homophobic," and I was like,
No, I just like Deadwood.
Like, he's like, well, you like getting blowjobs, you like getting your cock sucked. You're just talking shit because the person that's doing it is gay. And I was like, what?
Also,
And
how do you know that? How do you know that I knew he was gay?
So I was like, you're right.
saying cocksucker's
No,
like
no,
saying
he's
belly.
right. He was totally fucking right. You can't argue against what he's talking about. He's right. I'm not going to argue against that. But
I think it's better to call someone a cock shamer.
So, do you remember V.O. Bob Colin from the Mill?
Yeah.
V.O. Bob?
I know
Crazy
Bill Bob.
old guy used to be a regular at the bar. He's been going to this bar so long that there's where he sits, there's a rivet in the 120-year-old bar from him going like this. I'm twiddling my fingers on a bar right now, right?
No, yeah,
and
no,
there's a
he's
rivet
like
in the bar.
He
been going
has
here
this
so long.
twitch with his hand.
When he gets drunk,
And
he goes
he-
like this,
and
like
he-
twiddles his fingers in the bar. He's been sitting in the same spot so long, there's a divot in the bar where he sits.
Piano, Jesus Christ.
like
So
no
when
one's
I'm like-
allowed to
I'm
sit
like,
in
Bob,
that-
you motherfucker. He's like,
in that seat.
I'm old. I'm a grandma fucker.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to Food, Sex, and Death. We are live from the French Quarter every Wednesday. This is Colin Bohanon, Lefty Lucy, The Foods, and Michael Polino.